Hey everyone, Shaun Murray here at OWC by Action Parks to talk to you about the baseline and get you started on your first spins and inverts. This board features a continuous rocker and wider profile to increase your pop off the wake. It has a variable edge design, giving you a soft center, more forgiving rail, and gets sharper as you get to the tip and tail to hold the edge. The dual tunnel keeps the water between your fins, allowing for a clean, powerful release off the wake. Simplicity shape just means less is more. The less features I have on the bottom, the less the water has to adjust to what I'm doing, meaning cleaner rides and softer landings. The monocoque construction and layered glass keeps the board strong and super light. This board was designed for intermediate riders wanting to take their riding to the next level. When we created this board, we wanted it to go from the beginners all the way to the advanced riders. And what we're really finding is with all this surface area, it is great for people who are working on their first spins and inverts. Having a good foundation to your riding is super important if you want to progress quickly. Some keys to good body position are standing tall, similar to how you stand on the ground, but make sure that you're leaning away from the direction of pull. Start with your arms by keeping them straight and put your hips up to the handle by arching your back. Keep your knees slightly bent. By standing tall, it allows you to put less effort into your riding and getting a lot more out of it. To make sure that you're taking a proper edge into the wake, don't start cutting too hard too soon. Rather, begin a progressive edge, building up the power and edging through the bottom of the wake all the way to the top. The keys to the heel side back roll are edging through the wake and taking your front foot up and away from the boat. Looking for your landing is how you get this thing consistent. So as soon as you take off the top of the wake, look up and behind your lead ear. If you're left foot forward, that's going to be your left ear. Keeping the handle close to your hips is super important on having control through the back roll. Think of your landing as a runway rather than a helicopter landing pad. So you're not done once your board touches the water. The longer you can take to set all of your weight down onto your feet, the smoother it's going to feel, and make sure your momentum is going in the direction that you left the wake at. For the toe side back roll, start about 20 feet outside of the wake. Begin an easy approach so that you still have some edge left to cut right through the wake. Keeping two hands on the handle, at least to the peak of this flip, is very important to having control and maximum pop. The nice thing about the toe side back roll is you can spot your landing very early, so take advantage of that. When spotting your landing, make sure you look straight up behind you rather than over one of your shoulders. If you find yourself rotating while flipping, you're probably looking over a shoulder. The toe side back roll has the same thing going against it that a toe side wake jump does, that when you're landing, the rope is trying to stop you from continuing your momentum cutting away from the wake. Keeping the handle on your front hip allows you to keep riding away from the boat. The tantrum is a little bit unorthodox in that the approach, you want to begin a hard edge and carry your speed all the way almost to the base of the wake. When you get about 3 feet from the wake, let go with your back hand. Extend the rope so that it goes all the way through your hand, all the way to your back shoulder. When you do this, you're going to line up parallel with the wake so that both of your heels are hitting the wake, almost tripping the board out from underneath you. A technique that you can use to make sure you're squaring up when you get to the wake is look where you just came from. When you feel the board kick out from underneath you, look straight up behind you rather than over your shoulder. The flip for the tantrum is very similar to the toe side back roll, so make sure that you're spotting your landing very early. Keep the handle low yet relaxed, and when you land, try to land as gently as possible with your legs. The landing of the tantrum is not as important to keep your direction going like the heel side back roll. You can almost stop right at the second wake because most of your momentum was taken away to initiate the flip, kicking the board out from underneath you. When teaching riders to spin, I generally start with a heel side, front side 3. And you can either just grip it and rip it, go for it wake to wake, or if you're like most people, you can take some time and learn how to do surface 3s properly. So when you go for it wake to wake, there's going to be a lot less chance for you taking a hard fall, and you're going to feel a lot better when you try it. When going wake to wake for your first time, keeping the rope around 60 feet is probably a good place to start, and the speed around 20 miles an hour. Keys to think about. Make sure you're edging all the way to the top of the wake. Do not spin too soon. Make sure you're pulling with 2 hands while pushing your back hip up to the handle. Make a quick handle pass by taking your front hand off and reaching around quickly, getting the handle back into your other hand. It doesn't matter where you look at the end of your 3s, just as long as you're looking for the same thing so that you gain awareness of when you are done with your spin. You can look at the boat, you can look at the horizon, you can even look down a little bit. Just make it the same place every time so you have awareness of where you are riding. Make sure that you're landing on that runway, and once again, not the helicopter landing pad.
So hopefully you found some helpful tips here in this video and expanded your riding horizons. And remember, if you ever need more instruction, you can check out my iPhone and iPad app. It's called WakeMD. Or you can come get some personal instruction with myself or any of our Action Parks coaches, like here at the Orlando Water Sports Complex. For more information on the best wakeboards in the world, check out hyperlight.com.